War of the Magi. The War of the Mages was a long and bloody conflict between two powerful factions of mages. For centuries, the mighty mages of the Northern Kingdom had used their formidable powers to protect their lands and people. But the Southern Kingdom, possessing powerful mages of its own, became jealous of its northern rival, and the two sides clashed in a fierce struggle for supremacy. The Northern Kingdom was favored by many neutral mages, and they used their knowledge and power to help the kingdom gain an advantage in the conflict. Their powerful magic and insight allowed them to anticipate their enemies' strategies and outsmart them at every turn. The Southern Kingdom was not so lucky, and it struggled to keep up. Despite their considerable magical prowess, the Southern mages could not match the combined strength of their Northern counterparts. But the Southern Kingdom did not give up and fought bravely until the very end. The war lasted for years, with both sides inflicting enormous damage on each other. Both sides were capable of terrible magical feats, and the destruction was unprecedented. Entire cities were destroyed, and the losses were so great that some feared the world would never recover from them. Finally, after years of conflict, a group of neutral mages made a fragile peace. The consequences of the war were felt for generations to come. But it was a price the inhabitants of both kingdoms accepted, as they grew weary of the destruction and death. The war had grave consequences for both sides. The Northern Kingdom was forced to pay heavy reparations to the Southern Kingdom, and people on both sides suffered immensely. But even in the darkest of times there were glimmers of hope. The War of the Magi may have ended, but it left an indelible mark on the memory of its survivors. The people of both kingdoms still remember the terrible events of the war and the lessons it taught them. The War of the Mages serves as a reminder that war is destructive and should be used only in the most extreme cases.